Are you using iMovie and find yourself pulling out your hair? Can't seem to get that text just right? And once you do, does it seemingly move over 10 pixels and ruin your layout? Are the effects and transitions options just not doing it for you? While iMovie is capable of a lot of creative projects, if you find yourself fighting iMovie to get it to do what you want, iMovie may not be the right tool for your current project. iMovie has many pros, such as the fact that it's free. It has a user-friendly interface, great for beginners with an organized layout. It has a variety of transitions and effects, and manages to simplify the basic components of editing video. All great things. On the other hand, iMovie can be clunky at times. It can be hard to place and edit things exactly the way you want to. It doesn't always handle imported media correctly, like some MP4s. There are limited audio controls and user interface elements, such as the lack of an audio meter. And iMovie can make it difficult to do exactly what you envisioned without multiple extra steps. Final Cut Pro is considered professional video editing software and bridges the gap between other nonlinear editors, such as Premiere Pro, with more simplistic tools, such as iMovie. Here are 5 reasons why you may want to think about switching to Final Cut Pro. Number 1. Same easy-to-use interface with more options. The name of the game with Final Cut Pro versus iMovie is more options, options, options. Not only can you find more offerings, such as being able to use keyframes, compositing tools, better color correction, and more options have been added to almost all of the already existing features you know from iMovie. In fact, there's a whole new window pane dedicated to these options called the Inspector pane. You can find this from the Window tab in the File menu or by clicking on the Show Inspector button on the top right of the screen. Here, you'll find a large variety of context-dependent options such as text and font options, keyframe options, sizing and positioning and opacity, and more. Number 2, a lot more effects, text, and transition options. Final Cut Pro has 267 video and audio effects options versus iMovie's 83 video and audio effects options. Final Cut Pro has 110 transition options, and 24 transition options exist in iMovie. There are 46 text options in Final Cut Pro, but most of which can be moved exactly where you need them and allow you to change your large variety of font options versus the mostly as-is 48 text options in iMovie that are going to remain fixed the way that you found them. Number 3. Easier, more robust keyframing for almost everything. No more fighting with picture-in-picture option. All layers in Final Cut Pro are considered picture-in-picture, so everything can be keyframed automatically. Additionally, if you take a quick look in the Inspector pane, you'll find the keyframe button next to almost every option available. This means that you can animate a large variety of options, such as size, position, rotation, opacity, and a large slew of effects as well. Number 4, more audio options. While iMovie has the option to record from your microphone directly into the video, and it also has volume options, that is about it for the audio options in iMovie. Final Cut Pro gives you the audition function, which allows you to record multiple times and choose between the best. In addition, you can view your audio levels by opening up the audio meters. Within the Audio tab in the Inspector, you are also given the options for equalization. Voice Enhance is one of my favorite options here. Adjust loudness and remove some background noise. Many of the additional 90 audio effects provide more tools and options for you to work with as well if you need them. Number 5, organizing your media. One of the most important but often overlooked parts of editing is the ingestion stage. or the stage where you bring in all of your video, pictures, music, sounds, voice recordings, etc. Basically, all of your assets for your video. Once imported, setting up your media to be found easily and when you need them is key to being in the moment when a creative idea hits you. There's nothing that will kill your creativity faster than having to go searching for a piece of footage that you know you have, but you can't seem to find. This is especially true for large projects. Final Cut Pro provides several options to help you find and use your footage faster, such as being able to save in and out points ahead of time on a clip, and being able to use keywords to tag your footage. Label them and you'll be able to find them much easier in the future. Additionally, there's the Smart Collection options which automatically are created for you. Just like in iMovie, you can even favorite your best shots, hide or reject your clips, but unlike in iMovie, you can do so to specific sections of your clips. There's a lot more I could have covered here, from better built-in color correction, creating advanced effects using Final Cut Pro's onboarding compositing tools, the fact that you are given unlimited audio and video layers, iMovie only gives you 2 video layers to work with, better importing options, and custom keyboard shortcuts, and much more. There's a lot to find useful and easier to work with in Final Cut Pro, once you know how. The one big drawback of Final Cut Pro is that, unlike iMovie, it is not free. If you'd like to try it out first, or want access to Final Cut Pro, you can find it on all the TechStation computers at each branch of the Gwinnett County Public Library System. Additionally, each of the learning labs, that's Five Forks, Centerville, Milburn, and Hamilton Mill currently, have the newest versions of Final Cut Pro. You can find several courses on lynda.com to help you learn Final Cut Pro, and we'd also be happy to do a virtual book librarian with you to help assist you.